Hello everybody, I'm Bob Thomas and this is The Bottom Line. Well, it's just over 1,200 days until the 2016 presidential election. So let me ask you this, who are you going to vote for? Well, of course, you have no idea who you're going to be voting for because you don't know who's going to be running, do you? Well, if you know much about me and the morning radio talk show that I co-hosted for 3 years that went into 5 states, you may know that Senator Rand Paul was often on the show and that we often agreed with a lot of what he was saying. And I will be the first to say that for a long time I never got his dad, Ron Paul. And maybe that's too bad. You know, maybe Ron Paul was just too close on the heels of Ross Perot. And maybe he resembled him a little bit too much too. Anyway, according to a recent article in the USA Today, the son, Senator Rand Paul, is starting to make the rounds to some very high-profile places as he considers a 2016 presidential bid. This Kentucky senator, who is also a Tea Party favorite, has sold out a forum being held at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. Paul will be making his California swing through the Silicon Valley, where he'll visit executives at Google, Facebook, and eBay and deliver a speech at the Hoover Institution at Stanford University. I'm sure he'll be talking about his book. Listen to this title, Government Bullies, How Everyday Americans Are Being Harassed, Abused, and Imprisoned by the Feds. He'll be talking about that during his tour through the Golden State, I'm sure. From everything I've seen, Paul is a Republican, yet undoubtedly he shares libertarian views with his dad, who was a longtime Texas congressman and good friends with a longtime friend of mine, Tennessee Representative Jimmy Duncan. Paul frequently criticizes what he views as the overreach of the federal government. Don't we all feel that way sometimes? USA Today's opinion was that Paul's free market ideas would play very well in the tech world. He wrote The Technology Revolution, which was a 4-page manifesto that argues that the internet works best without government intrusion. So, with lots of cash in them there hills of Silicon Valley, this no doubtedly is an excellent place to start looking to raise funds for a run at the White House in 2016. After all, you may recall New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, a Republican who might also run in 2016. He held a fundraiser this year for his state re-election campaign at the home of Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook co-founder and CEO. Rand Paul has been in Iowa and New Hampshire, and he's making his way through the traditional trails that so many have gone before. Here is the bottom line. Is Ron Paul's son, Rand Paul, a real option for president of the United States? As this country of ours seems to be making a turn into uncharted waters, maybe it is time for a change, maybe a different view, something away from doing everything the same old way we've been doing it that doesn't seem to work. And I'll be honest with you, after speaking to Rand Paul many times, my observation is that Rand Paul is a real alternative. And he does deserve your attention to at least look at him, see what he believes in, and decide if this is something that you can live with. And if he is someone that you could get behind to lead this country back to greatness. You can see more episodes of The Bottom Line at thebottomline.tv.